put it just back in the box. I'm nervous to look. Okay. Guys ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been such a long time. Just, life has been going on. I apologize for the way that I look. I was really debating if I should do my makeup and do something so I can look somewhat put together, but this is just reality, and I'm just feeling I just don't have the energy to get ready, at least not right now. I'm going to be talking about dealing with a miscarriage. I know maybe you can see that I say it kind of maybe lightly, but it's just because it's been over a year now, a little bit over a year since I've had my miscarriage. So I've never opened up about it. I've shared things here and there, like on my social media, about women who lose their babies, and talking about rainbow babies and all that stuff. So I have shared things like that, but actually sit down and talk about it, I haven't done, because it's something just very personal. And I think once or twice I tried to film myself talk about it, but both times weren't successful in getting an actual video out, done, edited, and everything for you guys to see. Something really hard to talk about, obviously, as you guys can imagine, or anybody who's watching this that has gone through that themselves. Well, I found out that I was pregnant for the first time last year, April 11th of 2020. And I was having pregnancy symptoms, but I also was having period symptoms. And so I was a couple of days late on my period. I think two or three, something like that. So when I found out, I was feeling very tired and nauseous. And it was more the tiredness that, like, I would be at work and I would have episodes where, like, I felt like my eyes just felt super heavy, and like I had to lay my head on a pillow right then and there because I was just so tired, and I had to take a nap right there. Just that kind of drainingness and tiredness. And so it was that. And then also I was having a little bit of nausea, which is usually not normal for me when I eat and all that stuff, and I don't get nauseous or anything like that. I know some women do when they are about to get their period, but I don't. So it was mainly those two things, and plus I was like 3 days late. So I went to go buy a pregnancy test, and it came out positive. And I will probably insert a clip somewhere around here so you guys can see how my reaction was. And this video for me personally is really hard to look back on, because no one has seen it except my husband and my siblings and my parents. Other than that, nobody has seen this video, and so it's really hard for me, especially just my reaction. I was just very over the moon, and just to look back on it and seeing it just takes me back how excited I was, and like how just surprised and excited, just everything, all these happy, beautiful emotions coming. Yeah, so I'll insert it here. Okay guys, so I'm back in my car. I'm gonna park somewhere a little more further, where it's more private. Okay, so I put it just back in the box. I'm nervous to look. Okay, guys ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. No, you guys, I see a line. So that is that's the first pregnancy test I took, and came out positive. So the next morning I went to go get some digital pregnancy tests, and I just needed to test it again with my fresh pee in the morning. And so I went to the store, got a couple tests, and took it in the bathroom of Walmart. Didn't look at it, went straight to my car, and kind of did the same thing again, just looked at it in the car. Okay guys, I'm back. I just took the test. Today's the 12th, so I'm 3 days late now. So let's see. I'm nervous. I literally parking in the same spot I did yesterday. Okay. Since I'm already here, I just bought a little onesie. That's all I bought. And some other stuff I needed, right? But okay. You guys are gonna see it first. I'm not seeing nothing. Okay, ready, set, go. Yes. Yes. No freaking way. No way, you guys. Pregnant, can you guys see that? Wow. I got the onesie, went back home, and I was just kind of thinking about how I was gonna surprise him, or what was I gonna say. I ended up actually laying out this knitted blanket and little hat that I made myself. I laid it out on our bed with the pregnancy test and the onesie. I'll insert a picture somewhere here. And he was sitting in the living room, and then I told him, I was like, you know, cleaning and doing all these things, and so then I told my husband, hey, like, you come, can you see this real quick? So then he came and he saw it, and he was surprised, and we were just filled with emotions. So in the midst of all this, right, one of the symptoms I was having was cramps, and there was like a little bit inside of me that was like kind of trying to process already if I was having a miscarriage. I personally, for me, I wanted to let my husband have the experience in that moment of joy and being surprised and overfilled with beautiful emotions. I wanted him to have his moment as well, just like I had my moment. And then I'll tell him after, you know, the symptoms that I'm having and that they're signs of a miscarriage, and just, you know, take it on from there, because we didn't know what was going to happen. So after that, a couple days went by. I think like not even 2 whole days passed by. My cramps just kept, you know, they were the same, they were constant. And I know this is going to be, might be a little bit too much information for some people, but I went to the restroom, had to pee, and just saw, you know, blood, like period blood. It wasn't spotting, it was like, you know, full-on blood. And one of the things that you see when you're having a miscarriage is like a big blood clot, and that for me just was a very, very devastating moment, very hard to accept, hard to take. And, you know, just thinking my body's going through this, and like, you know, physically, and then think about my emotions and yeah, what is happening to me mentally. And then on top of that, like having to leave, having to get up from the restroom, and then having to go tell my husband what just happened. So it's like, you know, we just had not much long to hold on to that, like, wow, we're pregnant. You know, we didn't get to hold on to that hope and that, just those beautiful emotions for long. But, you know, honestly, I can truly say that it's just something that only God was able to help me through it, as a woman, as me being the one who was physically going through it. I'm sure my husband, in his own ways, also God helped him too. Just, you know, it's hard for a woman, especially because you're the one who has that connection, you know. And many people may say, oh, well, you know, you weren't that far along, or it just wasn't meant to be, which are not nice words to say at all. If you are somebody who knows someone that just went through a miscarriage, or they share with you that they had a miscarriage, it's really not nice and not comforting at all to make comments like that. Just, you could just say, I'm sorry to hear that, or, if there's anything you need, let me know. Stuff like that. Not telling them that, oh, it just wasn't meant to be, or next time, or, it's just not the greatest, even though maybe some majority of the people don't have any bad intentions, but still, it's just not the greatest thing to tell somebody. But like I said, this is something truly that God helped me personally through, and I could have not gone through that moment in my life without him, without feeling his support and love and just comforting me. So then 2 months after that, we kept trying, kept getting my period. Then after like around 2 months, I said, okay, I'm gonna buy some ovulation strips. And what I'm gonna say about ovulation strips is not because they're not gonna work for you, but this is just was my personal experience. For a couple of months, I was doing the ovulation strips. The time came to see if I was pregnant, not pregnant. So I got myself into this feeling and into this mindset of just overthinking, and it was just all about pregnancy and a baby, and then when am I gonna have a baby? When is God gonna give me a baby? Like, when am I gonna be blessed with a baby? Like, it was just this, my mind was like tired of thinking of these things. And I know you say, well, Carolyn, you gotta stop thinking about that. But really, like, when you're in that, I just feel like you just can't really speak for it until you go through it yourself. And I pray that nobody goes through that, honestly. Like, it's really tough. And it was just, I was just really tired. My brain was just tired of thinking of the same thing over and over. And I got into a moment where I was stressing myself out, and I put myself in this corner that I shouldn't have. And so then I told myself, okay, I do not want to conceive like this, being stressed. I'm just, gonna not use these ovulation strips anymore, and really just leave it in God's hands. So that's what I did. I stopped using the ovulation strips, and I said, okay, I just need to relax and just kind of just let God take the wheel. And so, yeah, that's what I did. And so then 10 months later, I found out I was pregnant.